nearly 1,000 years before the events of the Elder Scrolls Oblivion and the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls Online lets you take part in the stories set within the compelling history and deep lore of the Elder Scrolls franchise. Designed to be played exactly the way you want to play, you can start wherever you like, with no level restrictions and no subscription required. This massive world is yours to explore, alone or with friends. Choose a favorite location or storyline and jump in. From the capital cities of the Three Alliances to the magical Somerset Isles. From the Khajiit territory of Elsewhere to Morrowind, the home of the Dark Elves. From frozen Skyrim in the north to the endless swamps of Blackmarsh, adventure is everywhere. Are you ready to forge your own legend? Options for creating and personalizing characters in the Elder Scrolls Online are almost without limit. Choose from 9 different character races, with a 10th race option available as an add-on. Select from 6 unique classes and customize them to fill exactly the role you want to play. Want to create a high elf sorcerer who wears heavy armor and wields dual daggers for close quarters combat? Why not? Or maybe a Redguard Dragon Knight who prefers light armor and a bow. It's completely up to you. Earn skill points as you adventure across Tamriel to improve your character. Then master and customize your skills to match your style of play. As you explore the world, keep an eye out for sky shards. For every 3 of these rare crystals you collect, you earn a bonus skill point to spend on your character. The in-game skill advisor provides recommendations on how to best spend your points at each level, based on the different roles available to your character. And you can always reset your skills and reallocate your points whenever you visit a major city, so you can build and play the exact character you imagine. Go anywhere, do anything. That's the freedom presented in the Elder Scrolls Online. The game scales your character to the content, so explore any dark cave or mysterious forest that intrigues you. Adventure on your own, or with friends, even if those friends have wildly different levels or belong to different alliances. Dive into the rich and varied story content as a solo player, or join a group to take on the most dangerous dungeons and boss monsters in the world. During your character creation, select one of the 3 alliances competing for power in this era: the Daggerfall Covenant, the Ebonheart Pact, or the Old Mary Dominion. Each alliance features a unique and compelling storyline, but your choice never precludes you from playing with friends of different alliances. The Elder Scrolls Online is designed so you can travel anywhere at any time, no matter your level or alliance. Tamriel is a dangerous place. When you cannot sneak or talk your way out of conflict, you have to fight. The Elder Scrolls Online features an action-based combat system, reminiscent of the classic Elder Scrolls games. Use your skills, special abilities, and a combination of light and heavy attacks to defend yourself and your allies while you obliterate your foes. Unleash powerful synergy attacks when fighting as part of a group, and use block and dodge to reduce damage and avoid enemy attacks. If you prefer sneaking to direct combat, you can use stealth to evade detection, get around obstacles, or even set yourself up to unleash a potent surprise attack. Even the best solo player needs a little help now and then. Use the Group and Activity Finder and the Friends list to team up with other players for a dungeon or other adventure. The Elder Scrolls Online community is extremely welcoming to new players and invites them to join in. Our players go out of their way to help new players and show them the ins and outs of adventuring in Tamriel. This is especially evident within player guilds, a great way to meet others and develop lasting relationships that enhance your game. Join a guild to trade resources, tackle group content, or simply chat about the latest revelation of lore. There are also in-game guilds your character can join to receive new skill options and special rewards. The Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, and the Thieves Guild are all accessible through story content. And for a real challenge, join the Undaunted and earn a unique skill line and extra rewards for tackling group dungeons. Dungeons present some of the most difficult and dangerous content available in the Elder Scrolls Online. From the small dungeon delves that challenge solo players, to group dungeons that require 4 players to take on, to the ultimate 12-person trials. These strange and wondrous places offer amazing visuals, complex battles, and compelling opponents unlike anything else in the game. Once your character reaches 10th level and you have a better understanding of the game, The Elder Scrolls Online gives you the option to participate in a variety of player versus player, or PvP, content. Duels offer a more intimate PvP experience, where you can test your skills or try out a new character build in one-on-one combat against another player. Battlegrounds present short, intense combat, as 4-person teams take on 15-minute battles to earn achievements, experience, and special rewards. Alliance wars are large-scale battles, where the 3 alliances fight for control of the imperial capital of Cyrodiil. With siege weapons and massive armies, fight to capture and defend keeps and win the day. While you adventure and explore, don't forget to collect the valuable resources you find scattered throughout the world. These items can be used to craft weapons, armor, food, potions, and accessories that you can use to improve or further customize your character. Develop your skills in one or more professions and improve them by completing specialized crafting writs. The professions include alchemy, blacksmithing, enchanting, clothing, woodworking, provisioning, and jewelry crafting. The Elder Scrolls Online provides players with the ability to own and personalize homes for their characters all across Tamriel. Homes can be acquired by completing quests, purchased through the Crown Store, or bought with in-game gold. Houses consist of single-room abodes to multi-chambered mansions. But nothing beats the opulence or grandeur of a manor house, complete with luxury accommodations for your character and up to 24 guests. Home ownership doesn't end there. Craft furnishings and accessories to personalize, improve, and decorate your home. There's never been a better moment to jump in and start playing The Elder Scrolls Online. With access to a multitude of adventures all across the width and breadth of Tamriel, and the freedom to play wherever and however you like, it's time to begin your Elder Scrolls story.
Thanks, Maribel. Welcome to ESO News. So exciting here today as we have the awaited daily login reward that you've always been dreaming about. Well, probably not. But as much as this is boring, you guys are going to love this on the daily login rewards here of this month. So suspenseful. I'm going to get into the, was looking at the PTS notes here for today. It's a long one of what I read. Didn't read all of the PTS notes, but you'll like them. Yeah, let's see what we're going to learn off of the PTS notes. Well, while you're thinking about reading the PTS notes, those of you guys over in Steam are going to You got to be logged into the game. So make sure you get logged into your game. You're going to receive a fledgling griffin. Oh yeah, that is sweet. A fledgling griffin you're going to have as a like non-pet that'll follow you around. The bird, might come out of the screen. That's a cute little fledgling, a cute little griffin. You thought Hake was cute. Just wait until you find. Just wait until you hold the new griffin. Little griffin. Oh, little griffin. Oh, little griffin. Queen Irene wishes that the griffin will help become a companion for some of you. So before we get into the PTS notes, and some of you are like, you can't get rid of me that quick, which is true. There's something going on that has to be done in the PTS notes. What is that gonna be? What in the PTS notes? PTS, 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 PTS. Right. So earlier talking about Athalia. What is going on with Athalia? Well, I'm going to check this out here really quick on what did this. So we're talking about Athalia. This is like serious. This is like a big like coming together. Like, oh yes, the trolls the trolls did not come from Athalia. So this is an earlier scion that is being discussed on the trolls. Do you know what a troll is? So it has been theorized that the trolls have not come from Athalia. Oh, but where did the trolls come from? Well, Stormhold might know that. We shall find out more information about the trolls. I'm going to take a really quick break, and hopefully you're having a good drive. Get your Griffin. Welcome back to ESO News. Like, yeah, getting ready for the Griffin. So what's the Griffin's name again? What's the baby Griffin's name? Read the. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick break here, and hopefully we find out the what the little baby Griffin's name is. You know, Hake would like to know, and Radley is she's ready. She's like the news lady, like in the you know. So we got we got a griffin coming, a baby griffin coming in. He's so cute. Gonna be so cute, better than dry wax. The cute little baby griffin. Cute baby griffin. Hope you're able to get drive. Just got back here. And welcome back. This is a great thing. Looking, we have a new baby has just been born. Weighted name for the baby griffin is Tickle Pouncer. If you want to catch a glimpse of Tickle Pouncer, Tickle Pouncer is in the observatory. We'll call the little incubator. I can't wait to play with Tickle Pouncer. I do like Tinkle Pouncer. This is going to be some fun stuff. So I'm going to take a break here, and wow, that's like that's amazing news. Tickle Pouncer has just been born. I'm so excited. I am. Tickle Pouncer is considered an exotic bird. I don't know why, but Tickle Pouncer. I haven't checked out the bird yet. If it's a baby boy or baby a girl, so that is yet to be seen. Tickle Pouncer is coming. Don't you worry. I will be right back. Just got back. Welcome back. I'm so excited to have the stray dog with me, and Tickle is doing great. Pretty soon, you guys will be able to see Tickle Pencil. It's beautiful. You ever thought about like how the animations like work, like how the little animations like run? I do. I like how they run. It's beautiful. And so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go into the PTS notes. I think that's an important thing for us to look at. It's boring to some, but gonna look in here. Where are those? Where are those notes? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so this is some long notes. So you guys do the same thing that I did. I've always wanted to know a little bit about how some of the animations, like it's absolutely beautiful to see the animations, like the movements. It's awesome, and Tickle Pouncer is gonna teach him much. So going in here, as you see the notes going in here, how's this done? Well, this is the PTS notes here for as far as I know, the for the week. Let's see, the maintenance for the week of April 15th. PC and Max, you guys have no maintenance for this week, as this is the assumption of how the maintenance runs, starting out on the 15th, which is the current day here locally, running and for a whole week. So the maintenance going on for the store, the ESO store and account system, is getting maintenance April 16th at 8 a.m. Eastern Dead Time. So those of you guys here tomorrow, just be aware that the store is going to be maintenanced, and you won't be able to get into some of the things in the ESO store. But you should be able to play the game. But some people, they suggest to not go just to not go into the game, because the maintenance should be done by noon, by 12 p.m. Eastern Dead Time. So if you're over in the Pacific, you're looking at about 5 o'clock a.m. is 5 o'clock a.m. to 5 to 9, 5 o'clock a.m. to 9 a.m. It's the Eastern Dead Time, otherwise known as Eastern Daytime. So it looks like here the maintenance is complete, and the PTS is now back online. The Gold Road chapter, which includes the scribing system, and update 42 is now available to test. So we have the scribing system right here that is being discussed here. the 10.0.0. So pretty soon we'll be seeing in the servers a 10.0.0. And so it says here in here, welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online version 10.0.0 and our latest chapter, Old Road. Investigate the return of Athalia, a Daedric prince never seen before in the Elder Scrolls series, uncover the schemes of her most devoted followers, and protect Tamriel from the chaos of unbridled change. Venture into the Westweald, home to the wealthy Colovium Imperials and the city of Skindred. I've got to stop on the notes there. You guys will not want to go over into the city of Skindred. I gotta stop right there because how are you gonna be able to get into Cyrodiil completely? Now, if we're going into Skidgrad, well, there has to be some things done. So, encounter a bountiful region first seen in the Elder Scrolls for Oblivion. Now beset by Daedric incursions and the encroaching jungles of Valenwood. Or you can play with the nature of magic itself with scribing. An all new game system unique to Gold Road. Collect and customize skills to tailor your builds, granting you the power and freedom to truly play your way. So if you want to go over into Skirngrad, that's fine, but you're gonna get into a fight if you do go into Skindred by other game series players. So just to forewarn you, if you are really wanting to go into places like in Cyrodiil, this is not going to be a good thing. I'm explained that before, so just to forewarn you, there's a variety of new things to collect, including new set items, mythic items, mounts, pets, even 22 new skill styles, which are new color variations of popular existing skills. And you won't want to miss the new 12-player trial, Lucent Citadel, which has some surprises along the way. The base game adds HDR support for PC Mac players. Wow, the HDR support. I'm not sure what that is. Along with improvements for NPC and remote player character resolutions. Several updates to game mail and added a new state to health bars for healing immunity. We've also joined the Xbox initiative to make steps toward a more sustainable gaming future by introducing some environmental sustainability features. All PC NA characters have been copied this week. Otherwise, there are 2 templates for you to utilize. Additionally, all PTS accounts have access to Gold Road and its features, regardless of having pre-purchased the chapter, though we hope you have. We look forward to reading through your feedback on the new systems and features in this update, which is approximately 5.3 gigabytes in size. Thanks and enjoy. This is going to be some interesting stuff when the actual download occurs. I haven't seen it happen inside of the server just yet. It's going to be interesting to see when the scribing system gets further in. I'm not directly going into Gold Road. However, I'm going to feel the effects of Gold Road coming in. So we have the table of contents overview, new features, updates, big changes. Gold Road chapter. This is amazing. This is going to tell you guys all about the next chapter contents of it's like a small book. This is absolutely beautiful on what you guys are going to be getting involved with if you're getting involved with the next chapter of Gold Road. This is amazing stuff. I love doing this kind of stuff. The Gold Road chapter includes a new zone in the West Weald, the Mirror Moor incursions, scribing, skill styling. There's a new trial, Lucent Citadel, like written before. New item sets, new mythic items, new antiquities, new collectibles, new Tales of Tribute deck, Saint Alessia. Those of you guys over in Legends, you're gonna love this, and you should start barking up a tree to get that Saint Alessia card deck set over into Legends. Make sure you get those cards in Legends. There's new homes. So what new homes are there? They're going to be hopefully not too many new homes that can't comprehend. You know what I'm saying? Like you go in and you look. Hey, what house is for sale? I'm gonna buy that. Are you in that game series? Then you say, well, I don't know, and then come find out you're not. You're like, I wanted that home. I was like, and then a person in a series that's playing in the series in the series that they're playing that the home is available. Like, well, I'm gonna take that home. Like, no fair, no fair. While you're in a different game series, there are new furnishings and the awaited update 42 base game. There's this is what's coming into the base game for us. So this is the important thing for us to look at on what we're going to want to understand coming from the base game. There's HDR support. Now, what does the HDR stand for? Like, is that like human drive register? What's HDR stand for? Not for sure just yet, but we'll start learning. This is something that has to be looked into. When you're on a console, you'll start understanding a little bit more about the console stuff as you kind of listen and you read on with me. So there's some character resolution, mail improvements, hireling correspondence. What is that? Or you do a little communicate with the characters that you play with, like the robots, the AIs, the AI bots. There's some mail expiration changes. Mail expiration changes. So it's like some of the mailing system is some of the mail system is being taken out. There's new environmental sustainability features. Healing immunity on health bars. That sounds really sweet. And then there's some new achievements that are being put in for on the base game. Over in ESO, I have to explain on the base game. This affects all of the Elder Scrolls players that are playing ESO online. So regardless if you're going into Gold Road or not, you're going to want to definitely concentrate on what's coming into the base game, because that's going to affect us on what's going on with what's the HDR support, character resolution. What are we going to be able to like change the characters' looks? Like, are we going to be able to make the characters like fuzzy looking in the game? Well, that's yet to be seen. So the version 10.0.0 is coming in. So when is that going to come in? That's a good question. I don't know. We're looking into the available templates. The known issues here are in the combat and gameplay. So we got to fix those known issues. You know what I'm saying? We don't want the mouse pointer to kind of lag. Now that's kind of been a recent past reoccurring effect where the mouse is not just working right. And what I'm going to show you, you see the mouse right here. It's like pressing this is like it's like, oh come on, come on, oh, like I just go move forward rather than like the the mouse our mouse pointers are just not functioning like they're supposed to. And so what that is involved is right here with the known issues of the combat and gameplay. Okay, so it looks like there is some links in here in the ESO online. This is just not a bunch of written information. The known issues, the combat and gameplay exploration and itemization and the UI. So the itemization, the UI is the user interface. The UI is always like I've never really had problems with the UI, as far as I know. The itemization, I don't know exactly what the itemization actually what the issue that's being that's known, the known issue. I don't know what the itemization issue is. So the combat and gameplay, we have the combat and abilities, the itemization and item sets, the companions, fixes and improvements, the chapters and DLCs, and the base game. So basically, when these updates come in, they're to improve our lives. And that's the important thing to know. As this was just edited and released at 12:25 p.m. Eastern Dead Time. So this was released on 9:25 a.m. here locally, Pacific Standard Time. Wow, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like to know like when these things were actually like released. That's an awesome thing to know. Like you're sitting down there like, well, what time is it right now? Like if we didn't have these small little notes, and I have to speak about this because in order for some of you guys to understand, there's other people they already know like when I do say something, but I'm saying this right now for the purpose for our own better good. When we see something that's been released, such as 12:25 p.m., when you have the understanding of where people are located, it's an important thing to understand, at least the assumption. So with it being released at 12:25 p.m. Eastern Dead Time, we know that the information's being released at 9:25 a.m. You kind of catching on what I'm saying? The over from the Pacific to the Pacific time to Eastern Dead Time, we have a 3-hour difference, and so that's an important thing to understand. You know, getting the base game and the chapters and DLCs, improving those. That's kind of one of the first steps on getting the system more healthy with the healing immunity on health bars. You guys are gonna be super excited when Tico Pouncer comes in. I'm hoping that Tico Pouncer is is going to be ready here tomorrow, to where playing in the game, where we can see Tickle Pouncer running around. Right now, Tickle Pouncer was just born, so Tickle Pouncer can't come out just right away. This is going to be an awesome thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a quick break. Hopefully, you guys are having a good drive and learning a little bit more about Elder Scrolls and how the system is getting improved. So version 10.0.0, version 10. This is a great thing. I'll be right back. Just got back in here, and do you see it? The 10.0.0 version. These things have to be paid. I don't think 5.3 megabytes. It better not be 5.3 gigabytes. I'm going to hear really quick again. And it is. Why are these things not being paid? There's 5.3 gigabytes of information coming further in. That's not free. So I'm going to take a quick break here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your drive and learning a little bit more information of what's going on. Our computerized systems are not going to be able to function if there's too many massive updates. I'm going to take a quick break here. As you feel, I go off the screen, but I'm still working inside. What I'm saying, please lay off on the updates. There's only so much that a computerized system can handle. What I'm explaining is if the console, if there's too many updates, as in if there's too much memory that comes into the computerized systems, the computerized systems won't work. We won't be able to play. So I have to explain that there's not much. There's not going to be very much memory available, and the computers will not function. So just kind of to forewarn, you guys can keep on updating and stuff, but you're gonna ruin the computers if you completely try to go over the maximum memory that is available. Just got back in. Hopefully, you guys are learning a lot about Elder Scrolls. I'm a little upset that there's a lot of memory going into the system. I'm 5.3 gigabytes is not that much of memory. All is we're not going to be able to function ESO if the allotted memory tries to go above. It'd be kind of cool to try to go above, but you can't. In the system, when the system is updated, there's no going back. This is an end time game to where like, and when they say that no fail system means no fail system, like we have multiple consoles, but we don't have very many. You see what I'm saying? We have Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. Those are the only three consoles that we have. And if those consoles get overrun with memory, we're not going to be able to be able to function. The most allotted memory in Steam is 500 gigabytes, and this information, what you have to have is you have to have a qualified technician to delete some of the things. Some people are just like, yeah, let's put that in, let's see how that looks, but that's not right. Like, most of the stuff I have not inputted into the system. I'm just going to go in here further as I'm leaving the PTS notes. So what I'm going to explain here is the importance for those of us to understand that we cannot go above the memory. The basic end time game for us is going to be over in Skype Oblivion as we're gearing towards the next chapter of Gold Road. What I'm going to explain with the Skype Oblivion, for example, this right here is the PTS update for Gold Road. Okay, we're gearing towards the next chapter. That's great. What I'm explaining over in Sky Oblivion, that is the end. Like, literally the end. Like, the end. No more. There's no more. I'm just going to explain with Steam. Now, I'm not for sure about the internal memories on Xboxes and PlayStations, because I don't have the literal consoles. You see what I'm saying? Over in Steam, I do have the literal console. On what I'm explaining over for Xbox and PlayStation, this is the same thing, such as Steam. Steam has a maximum allotted memory, internal memory of 500 gigabytes. Some Steam consoles have lower memory, and once the updates fully go through, and if you have an Xbox console, for example, I'll say 100 gigabytes. If the system is completely, like, continues to get updated, and Xbox console that has the allotted memory of 100, you cannot play ESO. So I'm explaining is the importance for the people that are inputting this regularly in the maintenancing system, such as right here showing over here for the maintenance for the week of April 15th, the PC slash Macintosh, there's no maintenance. However, look what this is. It says the ESO store and account system is being maintained. Now, part of this maintenance is the 5.3 gigabyte increase in the memory. So, as far as, do you want to update? Do you want to test the update 42? Some do, and if you have the allotted memory, think about it. We can't go over a terabyte of memory. Then some are looking like, yeah, we want to go in. Wait a minute. Wait, we can't. We can't. Oh yeah, we can't go over that. They didn't think about that the memories, the memory cells can't go above when there's an allotted amount of memory, you can't go above the memory. You can somewhat erase some memory cells. However, if those memory cells are connected to some form in the system, what I'm talking about with the base game. Now, right here with the since I'm not going over into the next chapter of Gold Road, how does this affect the base game? I'm not wanting like complete like all total updates in Gold Road. Do you see what I'm saying? I've paid for the chapter. I've paid for Gold Road already. However, I'm not going into Gold Road. I've even seen it over on the Xbox side where there's problems for me because I'm not going into Gold Road specifically. When I went over into Anvil, there were some connection issues, and the reason why there were some connection issues is because I'm not going into Gold Road. Do you see? You guys kind of see what I'm saying? So what's going to have to happen is there's going to have to be separate computerized systems. For those of you that are going into Gold Road, we're not going to gut the system. You see what I'm saying? Those of you guys that are going into Gold Road are going to have to stay in Gold Road. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have a separate computer. It becomes a little bit more serious when you understand there's an allotted amount of memory. Seeing some pretty graphics and things that will change your life, that is a blessing, and that's an important thing to understand on that. But there has to be a stopping point on updating. I can bark all day long and say don't update anymore. And well, if there's people that come in and they keep on updating, I can't do anything. All I can do right now is I can explain how that the uploading has to be looked at carefully. Like if we go above the allotted memory, there is no functioning system. What I'm explaining with those that have a console that has high memory capacity, those are the ones that are barking at the other people. What I and others are explaining is if our computerized systems are non-functional, the complete system cannot function. It's just not okay. That's all right. No, because that's not okay. If we can't function our computers, how are we able to get even a word in such as welcome? Are they starting to understand how serious this is if there's too many updates that go in that are unneeded? We won't even be able to move a mouse cursor. We won't even be able to type a message. We won't be able to see the moving objects we love. See what I'm saying? Hopefully that's understood a little bit more. I'm not for sure what's going on. Well, on that end, like as far as the updates, I'm not for sure how much like memory is actually in the Steam console, for example. For those of you over in Xbox or PlayStation, it's not a matter, or and Steam, it's not a matter of what am I trying to explain to get the message across? I don't know how much memory is. Oh, we can't just buy another console. You see what I'm saying? We can't just buy another console. Are they? Is that materializing? Oh, hopefully that is. Your Android won't be able to pick up YouTube. If the updates try to go above, there's a warning line in the computerized systems when the memory is almost full, and hopefully the security measures are being taken to where that doesn't happen. That would be a sad thing to see. Um, that try to be overrun. And so looking here at the maintenance at the with the daily login rewards, that's truly a blessing to be part of. And so I kind of have to forewarn to not update at certain times. Now, as far as like with those of you guys going over into Gold Road, you're going to be staying in Gold Road, and you'll learn a lot over there. And that's what the system's going to is we're leading towards going to two systems. So, are you gonna be part of PC or are you gonna be part of Macintosh? Who has a Macintosh to run ESO? I don't know anyone with a Macintosh, and I don't know anybody else with a PC. Uh huh. So what are you gonna do if your computer gets overrun with too much memory? This is what this is coming down to. What are you gonna do when your computerized system gets overrun with too much memory? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you have to have a required amount of memory when you can't do that on your computerized device? What are you gonna do when the highest amount of memory of a computer is not able to capacitate all of the updates that have come in? What are you gonna do? You can't do anything. That's really what I'm saying. You cannot function an actual computer, any computer for that matter, if there's too many updates. Does that materialize? You see what I'm saying? Do you actually see what I'm saying? ElderScrollsOnline.com cannot capacitate messages if there's too many updates. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the ElderScrollsOnline.com, in which you see in here with the categories dev tracker, recent, unanswered, participated, the Elder Scrolls Online, game, account, store, forum, support, accessibility, buy now. None of those buttons function if there's too much information that comes into the actual server. You see what I'm saying? There's people that post messages inside of the system. However, if the system is overrun by too many updates, the site can't even work. That's what I'm trying to explain is that like the laying off of updates. Updates are important. However, like too many, I don't know how to explain the like how to direct like where how we get rid of the I'm fairly sure that like the system has gone over, and so that's going to have to be something to be looked at. Our login system is important, and when we don't have um, when we don't have the PTS basically working properly, how are we going to be able to function? There isn't a whole lot that can be done. You would I'm just going to explain like this. Like, even if somebody gets mad and they boot them out, and they call it ban, or they do whatever, like in the system, that account can't come in. But then they keep on updating, and they're like, what's going on? I thought that person was the problem. No, that person wasn't the problem. The problem was there was too many updates. You kind of see, do you kind of hear what I'm really saying? If there's too many updates, if there's too much memory that tries to come in, the the site is not able to accept the messages, the posts. A mere little post that we write, such as "Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online version 10.0.0," we won't be able to write that message if there's too many updates, or if there's too much information. So this was the assumption that there's two main computers in the world that hold the site of elderscrollsonline.com. You kind of see what I'm saying? PC and Macintosh are the two computers that hold together the site. Hopefully that's understood a little bit more, and hopefully this is more care is being taken towards the upcoming chapters that are available. So I'm not sure what's going on, but with me seeing the like 5.3, this could have been like, hey, we're putting in 60 gigabytes of an update. That's what this is. This 5.3 gigabyte update that's coming in. It's like putting in 60 gigabytes of memory, which is not there. I'm going to look into the internal console here shortly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a quick break. Hope you guys learning a lot more about Elder Scrolls, and the animations are so important, and I'm so excited to see the baby griffin and play with the baby griffin. However, I'm not so excited about the thought of having too much memory inside of the computerized systems. That makes the game no fun. You see what I'm saying? If there's too much memory, that's also indication that there's going to be some lag inside of the system. I get most of the lag anyway, and it's kind of BS. And what has to happen, I have to get paid. You see what I'm saying? Like I have to get paid before things become too late. If I don't get paid, what good is a console? The consoles are meaningless. You get what I'm saying? Our computers are useless if I don't get paid back in the amount of time that is needed. By these updates coming in, such as version 10.0.0, think about it. All of these updates that have come in, think about it. I bought a console that has the highest memory. If I don't get paid, and in theory, if all of the allotted memory gets taken and I don't get paid, that console and other consoles are deemed useless. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. Hopefully you guys are having a good drive. I will be right back. Welcome back to ESO News. I am going to explain some things that are going on inside of the system, as these are directly over in ElderScrollsOnline.com. This is over in Steam, and this is what has happened last night. I'm not sure why this happens, but what I'm going to explain here is that there's things that get erased, and I don't understand why some of these things get erased. You see what I'm saying? I do understand that communications the communications are needed, and right over here is in some of the recent posts here in Steam. And so what I'm explaining here, like some of these things do get erased, and some of these things you just don't know when, like how many people have brought in discussions into the actual internal board of Steam. Over on Steam, there's the availability of people posting messages from a PC or a Macintosh, or on the Steam console, for example. Now these things do cost money, and I understand if things do get erased because if the system doesn't have the allotted memory. And what I'm talking about over in ElderScrollsOnline.com, with the 5.3 gigabyte increased memory, look at what happens. It's like how a little mere post that has been erased, you don't see it. You're like, what information is valuable? And so what I'm explaining with here, I was writing some stuff about files transferring, and I don't see it in here now. And that might be down below, like where you see like on another page. Right here in the current discussions here in the Elder Scrolls Online, is there's about 4 pinned messages, where the main messages from users come in, such as the 15+ minute queue to log in, just arrowed out, queued to log in, got kicked mid-mission, plus 35 minutes login queue, let me in, temporarily taking down the PTS and the PC NA live server bookmark, I think that's what that says. And what is this? What is this right here? There can't be. There. Free Thieves Guild DLC. Can people actually play ESO or help bypassing WeMod? What does endgame mean? Cannot renew subscription. Steam failed to process your payments. And others that are putting in here. So the question mark is what has to be done as far as in the postings to resolve the issue that's going on, because there's a lot of things that are going on with the updating of the system. What happens when push comes to shove, so to speak? Well, what does happen? Going over here on the next one. Right here. I'm just explaining how this is. Like, this is a great thing. When I post a message, it's showing that it's analyzing, and I input the information, and this isn't here. But I have seen messages to where they've been like, I don't know if it's like just like a crash and burn or whatnot on some of this, but this becomes very serious when you don't see messages that you've written, such as BTS 21K crowns. Can't link my PlayStation account. ESO plus error. Where's my CD key for ESO? 5 important tips for ESO beginners in 2023. Random crashes. Will skill or stat respects cost real money? Files transferring. Wrong email entered. Worth coming back to. Login error. Unable to initialize connection to Steam. Returning player DLC question. This is the dog. It's just the stray dog is kind of stinky. And this is what I had wrote right over here about the files transferring. I've just bought an N-Gage console for one of the for the game series for Elder Scrolls. And what I'm explaining this is both for castles and travels. This is a great thing. And so this is some information about files transferring on the mechanisms for transferring files. This is going to actually help us in transferring the files from N-Gage over into Steam. This is going to cost some money, and that's kind of the scene thing with. Okay, this is great. So the PCNA has just come off, and the PTS server is showing that has come offline. So just to let you guys know, what I'm explaining with the files transferring is the cartridges from N-Gage are more valuable than the actual console themselves. Are you understanding a little bit more of what I'm saying? Right here, what was written is file transferring is a fun thing that is an enjoyable task, not something that can be done right away. Currently in the console, as sometimes consoles are not understood by others until the proper lines are established. The game that is currently in beta is Skyblivion, and that is the small that can currently be given about the topic. The pre-topic is about the file transfer process, which cannot fully be discussed yet, but just through guides in the discussion board. The transfer is easy for ESO Online Skyblivion, as the online info is already there. The glimmer of hope is about Elder Scrolls Travel series. This will be fun for existing N-Gage users. The system is a different operating system. I have all the pre-existing Elder Scrolls game series able to run on Steam, with the exception of Castles and Travels. The belief is that Steam can overcome the obstacles with learning about these two new sets. The one game series is already showing promise of the Stormhold series. The only thing needed to transfer the files are the cartridges that hold the memories of the files. You have to pay for the set in order for that to work. Such a blessing. I will try to pinpoint the game files when I bought the first series, Shadow Key. That's the first game that is seen, and I don't know what exactly went on back in, I think it was 2003 with the N-Gage with Nokia, but Nokia discontinued the series for Elder Scrolls. I'm not for sure why the series got discontinued. However, I do feel that all of this series should be in a gaming network, and the gaming network involves Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. Some of these things are misunderstood in PlayStation and Xbox. If you're not like an actual technician or whatnot, over in Steam, this is an important thing for us to understand of how we need all of the Elder Scrolls game series inside of Steam. If we don't have those, see, do you kind of understand what I'm saying with Travels? We need to have Travels inside of Steam, so we have a record of the game series, such as Stormhold, Shadow Key, Oblivion, Dawnstar. I think there's a total of 4 Elder Scrolls Travels game series. I've kind of suggested in other places to having Shadow Key as the game of Elder Scrolls Travels, and we can make DLCs out of the other Travels series. That's something to look forward to in the future. I thought that the message here was erased somehow. Looking in here, this is it's a relief. But what I'm talking about with the 5.3 gigabyte increase in the memory for our servers, that's like a warning. Like I get freaked out like thinking about like if the memories like are not available in the console, like if there's an allotted 200 gigabytes in a console and the system is totally like updated further, like players that have the allotted 200 gigabytes of memory and the total updates that have gone through are 300 gigabytes, the 200 gigabyte console is not going to be able to function. So with that, we can learn about the files transferring, where we can transfer the files over from the cartridges. And what I'm looking to do is when I do have the money, is to buying the first one Shadow Key. I'm not for sure where the other cartridges are, but there's just not a lot of cartridges available, and so having the cartridge and being able to transfer over the game files over for travels over into Steam, that's going to be a great thing. How is that going to be done though? We can't just transfer the files over like right away. Um, going in there, if you guys have a PC, for example, or a Macintosh, you're not able to you're not able to write a post, and that's how serious this is. Because I thought that this message was what it was either it wouldn't have been deleted, but like what happens is that like if there's not an allotted memory, then the for some odd reason sometimes either if somebody goes in that's higher up, they look at that, they're like, oh well, that oops, I deleted that message on X. Oh, okay, well, I didn't mean to do that, but and that's the important thing to understand is where we want the actual records and information of what's being depicted and what's being communicated. All sorts of information is important inside of Elder Scrolls inside of Steam. It's important to have all the record, any kinds of records that are known. Nothing can be hidden. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? When somebody writes something, we have like the good and the bad. We need the good to overcome the bad that has like some of the stuff like when you get mad over something petty, you don't want to really write on a discussion board if you're mad at somebody about a certain topic that somebody's writing that's going to improve the system. All players, and you know what I'm saying, all players are welcome to discuss in the discussion boards. Every kind of input is welcome. That's the great thing about the discussion board. Moving forward over past the discussion board, we're going to have guides for the game series. That's an important thing, and what I'm going to explain here in the screenshots. Now there's a place that I'm going to show you guys here really quick. I'm trying to go over to the screenshots over in here in Elder Scrolls Online on Steam. So right over here, for example, I'm just going to use the first picture here really quick. Not sure, I don't remember where this exact place is. There's gonna be like multiple um, multiple things happening in here. This is an actual game shot. However, is this has this come from Steam, and that's what we have to look at. What I'm talking about here, this is a PC, and so what I'm talking about over on the PC or the Macintosh side, sometimes we can't write messages. You have to have a Steam console in order to sometimes write a message. And I'm just going to click on the button, see here, and that's able to see what I'm saying. This is I'm able to write in here. That's a good thing. However, in some places, is not able to not able to write. And so that's just a matter of getting the system prepared a little bit more on how we can get the systems running. When you're communicating outside of a Steam console, not all of the messages are going to be able to be communicated because you're not on a Steam console if you don't have a Steam console. You see what I'm saying? Like you might have wondered before, like, well, why can't I write a message inside of Steam? It's part of the purpose is like if you don't have a Steam console, you won't be able to communicate in some places. I'm looking over here right now. This might have been fixed from the update part of the update 42 that is coming in, where we're going to be showing a version 10.0.0 for the version. That's a really fun thing to see, seeing that we're going to have version 10.0.0. However, it's a scary thing thinking about all of the memory that is being increased inside of the system. Steam is the exact system that I work with, and going over and explaining the daily login rewards of what we're going to be able to or what we're going to be receiving, that's a chore because there's different consoles that are involved in Elder Scrolls Online. And so looking in here, this helps us understand the system a little bit more. Earlier on, this was not available to actually type a message. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like in this mirror game shot picture, this first game shot is just being used as an example for the rest of the game pictures inside of Elder Scrolls Online in Steam. You see what I'm saying? The message board was not able to be typed in and on PC, and I'm assuming Macintosh also. So what I'm showing here, this is a great thing to be seeing the game screen inside of the system. As far as I know, this could be a PC game shot inside of Steam. However, we and that might be quite possibly the thing too. Like if a game shot is on a PC, hey, that's okay to be able to write a message. Then you get in, you have a PlayStation game shot. If this was a PlayStation game shot, think about what this is like going over into the system. If this was or is a PlayStation game shot, like click 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 click. I can't type. It's because Xbox and PlayStation are two different consoles, and that's the assumption is that this game picture is has been transmitted over from a PC. I'm not certain on that, but most likely what this game picture is, it came over from a PC. Do you see what I'm saying? The actual device that I'm using is a PC, and so we're not wanting a total PC version of Elder Scrolls Online. Do you see what I'm saying? We want to be able to use another system. We want to be able to use the system that we're running. That the system we're running will work. Do you understand what I'm saying? We want the Steam consoles to function. So if this is a PC game picture, we don't really want the PC game pictures transmitted inside of Steam. You understand what I'm saying? Where I'm talking about with the allotted memory, what we're talking about with the PTS, with the new version 10.0.0 that's coming in. There's a 5.3 gigabyte increase in memory. Do you see what I'm saying with inside of Steam? We have to have the Steam consoles transmit the game pictures rather than a Macintosh or a PC. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hopefully you do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a quick break here, and hopefully you guys are having a good drive and learning a little bit more about what's going on with the update 42 as we're gearing towards getting towards the version 10.0.0. Now, if you don't see the version 10.0.0 just yet, I believe that the new version will be in there. And this is the first step by you guys seeing the below messages in ESO News. All right, I'm going to get off. Hopefully, you guys will check out the game night here tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This has gone a little bit over time, just a couple minutes. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed the drive here today, and you've learned a lot um, about what's going on with the new update. You can kind of understand my, some of the concerns that I had about the update, because inside of Steam, sometimes the pictures that come in are from different consoles, which what we're trying to do is we're trying to get true game pictures in from the actual Steam console. And when we get different pictures from an Xbox or from a PlayStation, it kind of makes the system a little bit more complicated to work with. Not that that can't be done, but we're going to have to do some work on getting these things functioning more properly. So if you can't communicate in a message inside of Steam, don't worry about that right now, because this explains the system a little bit more. The picture in here of what you guys see before I go off the screen and in the broadcast, this is an important thing to know, to where not all of these game pictures have come from Steam, and so that's an important thing to understand. Hopefully, you guys have a really good rest of the day, and you've learned a lot about Elder Scrolls and to where we can grow and get castles and travels inside of Steam. That's going to be a great thing. That's going to be a chore for us all to getting those two game series in. Till next time, hopefully you guys have a great day.